You've reread your notes 4 times. You still can't remember half of it. Here's why that keeps happening, and it's not because you're bad at studying. Rereading feels like studying. The words look familiar, you follow along easily, and your brain sends you a quiet little signal that says, yeah, I know this. But that feeling is a trap. Scientists call it the fluency illusion. Your brain is confusing recognizing something with actually knowing it. There's a huge difference. Recognition is seeing the word on the flashcard and nodding. Recall is flipping it over and knowing the answer before you look. Tests demand recall. Rereading only trains recognition. Here's how memory actually works. When you first read something, your brain encodes it, kind of like saving a file. But saving a file isn't the same as being able to find it later. What actually builds a strong, lasting memory is the act of pulling information back out. Every time your brain has to dig for an answer, the pathway to that memory gets stronger, faster, more reliable. Cognitive scientists call this retrieval practice, or the testing effect. In 2006, researchers Roediger and Karpik ran a study where some students reread material 4 times, while others studied it once, and then tested themselves repeatedly. 1 week later, the group that tested themselves scored roughly 50% higher on a recall test. Same time spent, completely different results. So here's the fix, and you can start tonight. Close your notes. Write down everything you remember, check what you missed. Then wait a day and do it again, then 3 days later, then a week. That spacing isn't random. It exploits the brain's natural forget and retrieve cycle to build near-permanent memory. Here's the part that should change how you study forever. Every time studying felt easy. It was probably the wrong kind of studying. The struggle of not knowing the answer, that uncomfortable mental reach, is not a sign you're failing. That struggle is exactly what learning actually feels like.